Hi everybody, I'm Kyle from Project Exposure and today I'm here with Bizhan. Bizhan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi Kyle, thank you so much for taking out your time.
You're welcome.
Coming here to do the interview. I'm very, very happy to be with yourself here today. My name is Bizhan Neromand. I'm a British Afghan actor. We've recently released a film called City Twist, which you were there in the premiere. And did you like the movie?
I did. Yeah. It was lovely and I had a lot of fun at the premiere as well.
Amazing.
As you can see, we spoke with Aaron, his co-star, as well.
Yeah, you did. He's also the director of City Twist. And yeah, so that's what I do. Thank you so much for coming down to interview me today.
Well, thank you for obviously getting the time to speak with us as well, so we can obviously show everyone the film itself, but also get to know the people behind it. That's the important side of it, because people watch a film like, oh, it's over and done. Sometimes people love to know more.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, okay, what roles did you have in the movie?
Yeah. So City Twist, there's many different roles in the film, but one of the roles that I've played, it's a character called Bizhan, which is also my name, and I'm playing the hero in the film, and Aaron is playing the villain, Mr. Alter, Robert Alter in the film. So it's more like hero and villain, and how he falls in love with a girl, and what he's in a dilemma where he has to choose which way he wants to go forward. So it's one of the lead characters in the film that I've played. But yeah.
So do you want to give us a bit more about the film as well, before we go into more about you, just so the viewers know and it gets them more excited?
Sure.
Also, just to say, it's on Prime, go and watch it now.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away as well, because I want them to go and watch it and enjoy it for themselves. But just a brief about the film, it's about a boy who comes from a country called Afghanistan to UK, and he starts working for a guy called Mr. Alter, Robert Alter, and slowly they start conquering London and becoming a big mafia group. And in the process of that, of him doing missions and stuff, he starts falling in love with a girl called Sarah, which is played by Megan, and she's done a tremendous job. And the decision that he has to make is either he has to go with Mr. Robert Alter and focus on the mafia world and continue working for him, or he chooses his love. So he's in that kind of dilemma. So that's without giving too much away.
So it's like he has the split path decision and he needs to make what does he want more? Does he want to be the biggest, baddest in the world, or live away with kids in the family?
Exactly. It's more like loyalty or love.
Yeah.
He has to choose between them two. But yeah,
that's brilliant. Okay, so tell us a bit more about your roles, because I believe you have more than just an acting role in this.
Yeah, so this film, City Twist, I have produced it myself, so I'm the only producer of City Twist. And sometimes it's hard to produce and act in it, because your focus goes to two different sides. There's how to cut down cost, as well as trying to maintain the acting side of things. So it does get difficult, but yeah, I was the only producer of City Twist, and and the main actor. But yeah.
No, that's brilliant. So how did your journey start then? Did you start with acting or the production side of things?
So back in 2019, I released my first feature film called Salam London, which was an Afghan movie. It's an international Afghan movie. And it came on Amazon Prime as well, and many other Afghan platforms. And now it's also available on YouTube, but it was loved by a lot of people. In Afghanistan, we don't really hold a solid film industry, so this was like one of its kind of films that came out after so long, you know. So people watched it and they loved it, especially the youth. They really liked it and they wanted to see more of me. So I was like, you know what, let's stay consistent, let's do more. So then I did a few short films after that. Salam London, I also produced myself. The difficulty is that with Afghan movies, you can't really find producers or people that were willing to invest. So then the decision comes on, if you want to do it, you have to invest yourself and do it. If you don't want to do it, it's never going to happen. And for me, it's like, it's a passion for me to do it, and I really want to do it. I love seeing myself on the big screen. I love seeing myself. So with all of that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to produce this myself. I got the team together, produced the first film, loved by everyone. A lot of people liked it. It's got more than hundreds of thousands views on YouTube as well, even. And then we moved on to short films, and then I went into some Bollywood productions, not for lead roles, but small roles here and there. and I did a film which was like 45 days shoot for a Bollywood film. Yeah, it was a long 45 days shoot. A film called Ganapath with some big Bollywood actors like Tiger Shroff, Kriti Sandan, and many other these are big names. And I met Aaron there. Oh. Yeah, so that's where I met Aaron, and we used to sit down every day after the shoot and discuss films. And he used to tell me how much he loves directing and acting as a lead villain, and I used to tell him how much I love being the hero and acting like the main lead. And we, in these 45 days of us shooting for the Bollywood film, we've been going back and forward discussing different ideas, concepts, and eventually we came up with the idea of City Twist. And the storyline just flowed as we were discussing, and we were like, you know what, let's finish what we're doing here for the Bollywood film and let's start our own film. And we both agreed to it, and we started writing it down, and before we knew it, we were already shooting for City Twist.
Well, that is honestly wonderful, and you can see how along that journey, everything has been step by step and built you to where you are now. So let's touch on a bit about the deciding of roles. Yeah. Where Aaron's obviously gone for the villain and you've gone for the hero. Is there anything behind that specifically?
Yeah. I think Aaron is a tremendously good actor. Like I've seen the way he gets into character. There's a lot I learned from Aaron just working with him. So he likes those kind of roles, the villain role, and personally myself, I like playing the hero, and so it just went hand on hand. And the character of Robert Alter in the film, he is like a mature man, and he's in his 30s and above. So, and the role of Bizhan's character in the film as well, he's more in his 27, 28, around those age
like a young adult, kind of coming of age at the same time, finding himself in the world.
Yeah, so it wouldn't have fit for me to be the villain or for him to be the hero, because it just goes well with the storyline as well and with the script. So, yeah.
So, a little birdie, upon doing a bit of research as well, what does your name stand for?
So my name, Bizhan, I recently, like somebody asked me this question as well, and I was like, you know what, I'm not really sure, what does my name stand for? So I went to Google and I searched up Bizhan meaning, and it came out to be, it means hero.
and so your natural version is to go for a hero.
Exactly. So it literally meant hero in Persian language. And my surname, Neromand, it actually means powerful. So
you're a superhero, basically.
A superhero. So it just turned out to be, powerful hero.
Coincidence on that.
It is a coincidence.
So what was partly your inspiration?
My inspiration
well, let's start with your inspiration for City Twist.
Yeah.
Where did that, because obviously there had to be something that got your cogs turning on both of you when you were writing, directing. What really inspired you to go for it?
To be honest, I had knowledge about acting and stuff, but I feel like the more practical work you do, the more, I've been to an acting school in India called Anupam Kher Acting School, which was a 3-month course that I did, and Anupam Kher is like one of the very well-known acting school in Mumbai. So I was there for like 3 months, but when you're actually on the field and doing it, filming and being part of the production, you learn so much more. So the inspiration of being part of such a project like City Twist was like the learnings that you'll learn in the process, and so much that you'll pick up.
So it gave you that chance to actually take, it's like, well, they say theoretically and practical don't work together. It's like I said, when you're sitting in the classroom it's one thing, but until you're actually on there, you've got all the cameras in front of you, it's a different game.
Exactly. But yet again, in acting, there's so much to learn. Once I went to that acting school and they were teaching me so much method acting, so many different kind of acting skills and theories and stuff that I was so new to, and I was so surprised to learn that acting is not just what we see. We watch a film, we're just judging them by what they're doing and stuff, but when you actually read into it, there's so much more to learn from.
Do you find that it's easy to get your emotions out through the film?
It depends on the character that you're playing. Well, with the character that I was playing in this film, Bizhan, it's also that we used. Aaron was like, what do you want to name it? I was like, you know what, let's just go with my name. It might be easier. We're like, okay, cool, we'll do it. But with that, the character Bizhan, he's got a lot of similarities to myself as well. There's one specific scene that we filmed in City Twist that's very close to my heart. It's a scene where he sits down with Megan and he's discussing about his family and how he's lost his mother and father back in Afghanistan. And I really connected to that because I've lost both my parents as well.
Sorry to hear that.
No, I was very, very young. I was around 3 years old back in Afghanistan, but it was a natural death. But the scene was so connected to me that when we were shooting that specific scene, I got so emotional that we managed to do that whole scene in one take and in one cut as well. So
kudos.
So when you watch the movie, it's a scene inside like a living room where Megan, Sarah's character and Bizhan's character are just discussing about each other, and he starts talking about his family and home, and it's like a 4 to 5 minute scene, but I do it all in one go, one take, and it's the emotions that you can feel and see in the actual scene.
So with that there, did you find that that scene came solely naturally to you? The motion just poured out and like there wasn't as much a thought process, it rolled through?
Yeah, I think with acting in general, you have to, like this is one thing that we've been taught in acting schools as well, that you have to really connect every situation with your own life situation. So let's say you're playing like a happy role, you have to think of all those happy moments that you've had in your life for you to feel that moment and really, really feel it. So like if it's a scene like where he's discussing about his parents' death to Sarah, and I have to think about a situation where something like this has happened, or like not happened, something sad that's gone through. And also like with the situation that I've gone through as a child, it was very natural for me to act in that certain way, and we managed to get it done.
So would you say that was one of your favourite moments filming, or do you have a different one?
I think that was one of my favorite moments of filming, but I think the whole process as a whole was my favorite moment of filming, because every day, when there were scenes where we had like 20 to 30 people dressed in black suits, white shirt, black tie, and they're all there for one reason: to get the film done, to get this project done. And it's a project that I am the producer of, and it's a project that I am playing the lead character of. It's like a dream come true,
Joy, it's really great as well, because obviously the viewers will see it as well. We can see your passion for it as well, and we can see how much you've enjoyed the process, the filming of it, the acting, and like it's challenged you in a way, but in a good way.
Yeah.
And you're getting to create something that other people can enjoy.
Exactly.
And you can naturally see it. So, what would you do next after this then?
Yeah. So there are a lot of plans that we have, I have as well. I have been, since City Twist has finished, I've done a few other Bollywood projects. Not a massive roles, but 4 or 5 scenes here and there. But my main aim is we are working on a few short films, which we want to potentially submit to Oscars and many other platforms that we can, and award shows that we can. So at the moment we're focusing on those, and at the same time I am focused with a lot of Bollywood projects, and if anything from British or Hollywood does come along, I would love to take it on board and continue. But yeah, so here and there a few things going on.
So down the line we'll be looking to do another interview. The next short film's coming up, and hopefully an Oscar nomination.
Well, that is the goal. That is the goal. We have to aim high in life, and we have to keep staying consistent with our goals. It's all about passion. If you have passion for something, it would naturally come to you, and like you have to stay consistent and don't give up, basically.
So a little less about the acting then. Let's go to more about your production side of things. So what's the name of your company first off?
Yeah, so when we started filming Salam London, which was my first film, we registered my company. It's called A&B Film Studios, and it's a film production where we make a lot of music videos, films, short films, featured films, and some of our music videos actually on YouTube has crossed 10 million views, which we have produced in my company. So hopefully keeping this company going, we'll be making more short films and stuff with the same production team.
Oh, that's brilliant. And so you're obviously aiming for that there. What would be your next thing with Aaron then?
Next thing with Aaron,
big
the big production, the big thing. We really want to do City Twist 2. I don't want to give too much away from City Twist, the one that's just released. It is a cliffhanger, so you really need to watch part 2 to understand what really happens in part 1. So not giving too much away, but yeah, so we really want to do a City Twist 2, but that all depends on because we want to now, we've done City Twist 1, you know, we've done it with a very small budget. We want to do now something really big. We want it to be like to the highest level where you're comparing it to Hollywood or proper British films, you know. This is just an independent film that we're doing, but we want it to be a certain level. And for it to be that certain level, we need funding. Yeah. And there's a certain level of funding that I can personally do to these films. But for us to go all out and have it all massive and big and proper film, we'll need...
If anyone's watching then, drop him a message, see if you can help in. If you can help towards City Twist 2 or the bigger side of the production, please let us know as well.
I'd love to.
Yeah, because like you said, the more money you have, the more you can create, the more opportunities you have with it as well. So you can make something rather... What you've done with what you had was brilliant, but you want to take up the next notch and you want to make something even bigger and better.
Exactly. Because like looking back to it, it's an achievement to have a film finished. Like it's so many people, you know, we always discuss and talk and say, we want to do this in life, we want to do that in life, but we never action it. So when I look back to like City Twist or Salam London or the other short films that I've done in the past, it just feels like an achievement looking back to it. Like, you know, in the process, there were so many times that I wanted to give up, when especially doing my first film, because I had like no backup, no one, not even family wanted to like support it, because there's a risk, like, why would you do such a thing? But like when I look back to it now, and it feels an achievement. It will be there all my life, you know. Yeah,
it always gives you that time. You know, at that point of when you're at a lowest point, and say you're going through another film, you're like, oh, this is causing so much time, stress. You can sit back and look at it and go, do you know what? I done that one. Yeah. That was a similar thing. I can do this.
I can do this.
And it gives you that drive to go forward.
Exactly.
How did you find then? Did you get the reaction from the people you wanted and the audience? Did it resemble with them how you wanted?
So in the red carpet and also in the premiere, the people that were there, they loved it. They loved it to a different level. You can even look at their reviews, and they've really enjoyed the film, and they're all asking for part 2. So since the day of the premiere, I swear, if you check my Instagram DMs, I've literally had so much messages saying, bro, is this what happens in the second part? who did this? Like, what happened? Who's alive? Who went where? What's going to happen next? So I've been getting repetitive messages from different people. Some people are sending me their own conclusions, saying the second part should have this and this should have happened. But the response has been amazing, and I'm very happy with the response that people have given. We've also dubbed it in a Persian language as well, Dari, so people back home can watch it and enjoy the film as well. So they have really liked it too. So they're asking for part 2 of the film. So yeah, we have been getting quite positive response, and everybody's loved the cliffhanger.
Well, that's kind of what you want though, because then you know you're going to drive everyone to watch number 2 when it comes out.
Exactly.
Because everyone's going to be like, it's like reading a book.
Yeah.
You don't read halfway through or get 3/4 way through and then go, do you know what, I'll come back to that later. Like you get so engrossed in the story, you have to finish it.
Exactly.
And like with that there, however long it takes, hopefully for the viewers, it'll be quicker than later. It gives them that they want to finish the story. Yeah. They want to get to the end and get that conclusion of how life went for him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we've already Aaron started writing the second one already, so he's already in the process. But when we'll start shooting, that time will tell.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about as we're going on? How about, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Yeah, where I see myself in the next 5 years, there's a lot of plans of action that I have, to be honest. It's like, of course, City Twist 2 shouldn't be within 5 years. That should be as soon as possible. But to see myself playing a lead character in Bollywood films, potentially, even British films, Hollywood films, it's because I understand all the languages, all these languages. I can speak the language. I've done enough acting courses. I've done acting course in Mumbai. I've done acting course in City Academy. I have so hopefully seen myself more in like full featured films with a bigger production, potentially Netflix if possible, and to stay consistent and not give up at the path that I'm going through, because it's very difficult. And I've spoken to a lot of people who has actually given up on filming and acting because of the issue of finance, the issue of not maintaining a full-time job, and it's difficult. So hopefully, if I can stay consistent and if I can get to the goals that I want achieving.
Yeah, get that dream to go forward, because everyone always aspires to do something, and it's great because, as I said, I can see your ambition, your emotion, and how much you love what you do.
Yeah.
And it's one of the ones I want to see you succeed. I want to see at the end. I want to see you walking down an Oscar carpet.
Hopefully.
Hello, everybody. I'm here.
Hopefully, the next interview that we'll have will be after the Oscars.
Oh, lovely. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to speak to us today.
Thank you so much.
It's generally been a pleasure.
It's been amazing.
And obviously, we're actually filming it in his own studio as well.
Thank you so much for coming down to the studio.
No problem.
And people that's watching this, just a last little message that I know acting, it's difficult, and sometimes we don't get the roles that we want, and we're struggling for several years. Don't put a deadline for yourself. Don't put like I'm going to try it for 1 year, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. There's people that have tried it for 20 years, 30 years, until they've reached the goal that they wanted to. So stay consistent, stay motivated, and keep smashing it, because eventually it will come to you in the right time. Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, thank you all for watching. Keep an eye out for more content to come out. Bye.
Bye.